Hi everyone, I'm James and welcome back to Get Good at Golf. In today's video, what if I told you you can putt just like Tiger Woods for the price of a couple of tee pegs? Chris, how are you?
Can you buy a couple of tee pegs?
You probably can actually, somewhere.
Right,
A couple of bags of tee pegs.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not bad actually, I'm not bad at all.
Well, that makes a change because you're usually terrible, but let's get to today's video. So Tiger Woods has been noted as one of the best putters to ever have lived. Clutch putter.
Yep.
Almost like yourself.
Pretty much, yeah. The rest of the game's no good, but I can pull. So guys, obviously Tiger Woods has done this drill for years and it's always about getting a consistent strike. So even now, obviously even after all his injuries and other things, he's come back and he still does the same drill, which is a putting gate. So what he's going to do, he obviously comes down, he normally tries to find a straight putt, but it doesn't matter about a hole. He'll put his putter in and what he does is he pops two tees either side and starts to try and work on a centred strike. One big thing with this drill, as I see a lot of people do wrong, is they put the ball in the middle and they set the putter behind. You've got to think there, guys, if we do that, that putter is going to be past its low point and we could potentially hit this. So you could be doing a great stroke, but because you've slightly set it up wrong, you're not going to see the benefits from it. So the ball wants to sit there just in front of the gate. So you'll see that I've got a little bit of wiggle room either side of my putter. So depending on your handicap, depending on your level, we can start with it wide, we can make some strokes, we can see, right, yeah, I'm getting it through that gate nicely there. Right, I want to make it a little bit harder. I'm now going to bring that in a little bit. And you do this trial and error, start to see how close you can get that. And then we're going to be able to come in again, make a nice smooth stroke through that gate. You see here, guys, it's not about hole inputs on this occasion. I haven't set this up to the hole, it just happens to be there. So think about that when you're setting it up. It is a good job, yeah.
I must admit though, the distance control is what we're talking about because we're trying to get a consistent strike.
Yeah, we're trying to get it centred, and what you'll see, a lot of people might hit the tees, and the reason is because of your tempo. We see a lot of people strangling the putter to start with, it gets very slow on the way back, and then it's a hit on the way through. We can't control that speed, we start to see a loop, we start to hit the tees. So a lot of you will see here that what you'll want to feel is we can get it a lot longer and smoother, and that putter will work through the gate. It's still not helping.
It's gone the other way, that.
Obviously, it's gone the other way. But you'll see I've not touched those tees. So think about your handicap, guys. Start it a little bit wider, then start to make it closer. So see, we want it really either side just as close to the edge of your putter as possible, because that's going to guarantee a centred strike, which is going to help you with your pace. It's going to help you hopefully with your start line if it's square. Didn't help me hold those putts though, unfortunately. But James is going to tell you now again what we can do, because this is practicing your technique. So this is practicing your strike, this is getting your technique good, it's getting your path neutral. We've ticked the technique box, we now need to tick pace.
We've got a pack at the moment, we're not taking anything out as well, so that's staying in. So guys, you'll see there that Chris has given us 3 really good strokes and they've not gone in the hole. That doesn't matter out here because we're trying just to get the rhythm better, the tempo better, and the overall outcome better. So I'm going to move that ball just forward like Chris has told us, but the one thing I'm not going to do is I'm going to imagine that hole isn't there. I'm also going to take my glove off because I never put with a glove on. I think I'm Jack Nicklaus or something, but I'm going to think about distance control. So my first point of call is distance to this first hole. Now obviously I'm going to think about stroke length to get this right. I'm going to give you one key thing, guys, that Chris has actually helped me with in my game to hole puts like this. Oh. Woo! Get in!
Sorry to everyone that is deafened by James.
That generally now beats him more often than not. If you want to beat your mates more often than not, stay tuned to the end of this video. But you'll see here, if I get the right stroke length on today's greens, generally I should leave it short because that's not the right stroke length. That was too short, but the technique was perfect. So now I'm going to try and go halfway from the hole to the bag, just about where that towel is. Again, I've not got a point of reference apart from that towel. You know what? That first one actually died on the sand on the face, Chris. That's what I'm going to give myself. So again, I'm going to think about how I stand to the ball, move it just forward of those tee pegs. Now if my stroke comes inside like it used to do, I'm going to really struggle to reroute that and get it back on target. The one thing that Tiger Woods has always done incredibly well is take the putter back and release it through. You don't have to hit a putter, you have to strike a putter, stroke a putter and release a putter, which is what I'm going to do here. So get it through those T-pegs, nice long stroke length, and release that putter. You'll see there that's a couple of inches past the towel. That's absolutely perfect for that distance. Stroke length was better. A lot of people may think, oh James, that stroke length was really, really long, and it actually wasn't, because as soon as I got to the top of the backstroke, I just released the putter like we mentioned earlier, and it really helped me get that distance control. So now I'm thinking, right, I'm going to go further again. This is about 20 feet away now, and if you can get the stroke length correct for 20 feet, you're going to be there or thereabouts if you've got the right line and the right aim. So take it back even further, and guys, you may want to use your peripheral vision here to get that stroke length correct. Think about how far back you might take it in relation to your toes and to your shoes to outside there, and if I get this stroke length correct, again, that should go on just a little bit short. I know from 20 feet now I need to practice my distance control and practice my stroke length. Now the big thing that I wanted to tell you guys is make sure you release the putter. Make sure you don't hit it. I actually kind of snuck it in there a little bit early for you. That's how you really helped me, Chris, hole more putts, by making sure that I'm thinking more about what I can control in here in my own bubble, as opposed to out there where I take the putter back and then just release it through.
What he really wanted to tell you is James needs to practice more, because his demonstrations there were the finest. But yes, James is exactly right. We want to think about releasing the putter head. So the butt end of the putter should work around your belt buckle or your belly button. The reason they got rid of the belly putters, again, it was a fulcrum, was then able to repeat a motion. So you want to think in your finish position, is that pointing to there? There's so many players you'll see, amateurs, who finish like this. It's a bit of a cover drive, the ball will bobble and it'll never get the distance they want. So one other drill that obviously Tiger Woods also did, and he's famous for, is he'll go onto a putting green, he'll just get his right hand on the putter, put his left hand behind his back and just have a natural swing there. And if James comes to face on, you'll see how the putter head is releasing, the butt end of the club is always pointing at my belt buckle, and that's having a natural stroke. From there then, if we have any kind of acceleration, the putter's going to lag and we're actually going to catch the ground a long way before. So if you're struggling with your pace, grab it right hand only, pretty much towards the top of the grip. I'm going to go for the bag, and again feel like I've got a long stroke, nice and smooth, and we can see there pretty good distance. So inside the 10% we'd expect to be from this distance. So just letting that putter head swing and feeling that it's got to work around your belly button is a good feel for a lot of people. Too many people I see have the same backswing for every distance putt, but then just hit it a bit harder. Your strike gets low, your strike's high, your strike's towards the toe, it's towards the heel. We have no consistency, so we can't get the ball sorted online, we can't get the pace control, and we have a lot more three putts. You think if we can improve your pace as an amateur golfer, we could save you potentially, think about how many three putts you have, we could save you up to 3 to 5 shots a round just getting rid of three putts.
Handicap would rock it down, Christopher.
And it would rock it.
The one thing I love about what you've said there is that we're thinking about this part of the club that you control, the grip. We're not thinking about moving the putt head, which so many people get confused with. If you think about how the grip works through the motion, it's something you can control more, and it's much easier to get better results fast.
Exactly. So if you want to get good at golf, you need to make sure you practice with this club, spend a little bit more time here, doing a little bit more productive practice, work on your strike, then work on your pace. And the only other thing we've got to do, which we will be talking about over the coming weeks, is green reading. So guys, that has been Get Good at Golf, and we'll see you again at the same time tomorrow.